Andy Scott, it's been a tough week in the Cups, but it's a chance to end on a positive in the league.
Yeah, I mean, I think that there's a lot of positives to take out of Tuesday night. I think everyone would say that the scoreline wasn't the true reflection of the game, and up to 75 minutes, we'd given ourselves a fantastic opportunity. But good teams punish you, and that's what we've got to take from things that Rochdale did well. We've got to try and take those into what we do, and that's what we've been saying to the players about keeping things simple and doing the right things, because if you don't, you get punished, and the better sides will punish you. But the performance was pretty good. We just couldn't hold out for, once we got the equaliser, we couldn't get back into the game enough, and before they'd scored their second goal, so that puts us on the back foot a little bit. But no, we'll be going into Saturday's game believing that we can play the same way. We had some good results away from home, and we want to get some points back on the board again and get back onto it and get the league form going again.
And that consistency is the key, and as you keep saying, it's sticking to the game plan, having the confidence and the composure to keep doing what you do every day in training.
Yeah, I think that sometimes the compulsion is to try and do it yourself and try and be the match winner yourself, when you're going to win as a team, and if you do the right things and move the ball quickly and get it into the right areas, you're going to be giving yourself better chances of scoring goals. And it's broken down in areas where people are trying to do too much, and that's not because they think they know better, it's because they're so desperate for the team to do well and for us to get results that they're just trying to take things into their own hands. So it's got to be measured, and it's got to be the way that we want things done, and the way that everyone else in the team is expecting everyone else to play, and it works. And I think that for spells on Tuesday night, the midfield too, they just kept the ball moving, and they got it to wide players and got it to front players and did their job. Didn't try and do anything spectacular, and it worked. And that's what we've been trying to drum into them, is that the game will allow you to look a good player in the opportunities, but in the other times you keep it simple, then you look a good player anyway. But it takes all 11 on the pitch to do that, and it's obvious we're not scoring enough goals to get into the right areas. We need to be reliable on the ball.
And does it feel like the squad is steadily returning to strength? The bench on Tuesday, I suppose, which is sometimes a good pointer towards the strength of a squad. You got Dan Fitchett, Tristan Plummer, they've made impacts from the bench in recent weeks, and I suppose a back in pushing for the starts.
Yeah, I mean, it obviously there's players coming back. The trouble we've got is making sure that people are fit enough to play, and we had 4 that didn't train on Monday. We played Moles, we played Dan Holman. Mark Phillips and Manny both didn't train. We couldn't risk all 4 of them. But Fitch came and scored a goal and did well, and Tristan has been a good impact in the couple of games that he's played, and obviously Andre McCollin is coming back into the squad as well. So we're starting to get everyone back into training, but with so many games coming up, it's very difficult to make sure that they're match fit, and we're not going to damage them. But also we need to make sure that we get the best out of players and use them as well as we can.
And I suppose you're already looking ahead to January to bring players in, but also retain or look at the futures of key loan players.
Yeah, I mean, after the Telford game, realistically we've got Dan Holman, Mark Phillips, Manny and Joe and Gesson all up, and Forbes is here with us until the end of January. But there's hardly any funds to bring other players in, and that's where we are. So we need to get the others fit, because we won't have a squad. As simple as that. And once the loan players go back, we're going to have to generate funds to bring players in. And if we can't generate funds, we won't bring players in. So that's why it's doubly important that we get the injured players back, because otherwise we'll be struggling to put out a team again. And the break after Telford, the 13 days, we're going to have to work hard, not only just getting people fit and getting them match fit and giving them a little mini pre-season, the ones that have been out injured, but we've got to work hard in making sure that the squad's strong enough to cope with the rest of the season.
And now on to Welling on Saturday. They're solid at home, maybe a few too many draws, but after Jamie Day has left to go to Ebbsfleet, does that make them a little more unpredictable, or with the caretaker managers there's still that continuity?
I think that players at this level, they just get on with it. Things change, and managerial changes, but they're honest players. They work hard. They have got a very good home record. We know it's a tough place to go. We got beat there last year. And there's some good sides gone there, and struggled. So we know it's going to be a tough one, and we've got to go there and get some points on the board. We fancy ourselves to get a result anywhere, but it's only if we're consistent in our performance, and that's where we've been so unpredictable the last few games. Before that, I was very happy with what we've been doing, but we just got to make sure that we maintain our consistency, and the penny drops with a few that that what we're trying to do is the right thing, because when we do it right, we look a decent side. We've got to do that week in, week out, whether it's home or away, on a Tuesday night or a Saturday afternoon. It's about making sure that you're steady in your performances, and that we get the best out of each individual within the team that we're playing.
And I suppose Saturday is a game for that strength, that resilience, for, as you say, doing the simple things against a team like Welling, who are very strong.
Yeah, absolutely. If you try and take liberties against sides, especially away from home, they'll punish you. And the sides that have come up from Conference South, and they're bedded into Conference Premier. They're players that give everything to every game. And they're not going to let you off the hook. If you make mistakes, it's very difficult to come back from it. So you've got to start well. You've got to sort of lay the foundations in the game to give you the opportunity to go and win it. And if you don't start fast, or you expect something different, then you're going to be chasing the game all the time, and that's where we've struggled, where we've not applied ourselves properly in the few games that we have. We've struggled to get back into it because we've given the impetus to the opposition, and we need to be going well in and taking the game to them and letting them know that we're going to be strong, and we're going to be powerful, and we're going to work hard for each other, and we're going to use the ball to get in goal scoring areas and make the most of it. And that's what we'll be working in training. That's what we have been working in training. It's making sure it's carrying out the game plan actually in the game.